This camp is becoming more crowded by the day. It sits on the outskirts of Sittwe, the capital of Rakhine State, and is now home to Rohingya Muslims who have fled the violence that spread from town to town.
Since the clashes first started in June, we were threatened. We lived in a state of constant fear and weren't even allowed to pray. Then a week ago they began to attack us.
It's a crisis that's affecting whole families and entire communities. In Myanmar, the Rohingya are largely seen as illegal immigrants from neighbouring Bangladesh. Around 100,000 people have been displaced by the fighting which started back in June. An overwhelming majority of those are Rohingya Muslims who are now crammed into camps like this. Most of those displaced lost their homes when they were burnt down in what they say is a deliberate attempt by the predominantly Buddhist government to drive them out of the country.
There were security forces present before the latest violence started. But when the fighting came to our town, there was no security. When they did arrive, it was too late, and they also shot into the crowd of Muslims.
In Sittwe Hospital, there is proof that someone was using guns, but the injured tell a different story about how the violence unfolded. This man was shot in the head, but his family says they don't know who was firing. There are only Buddhists here, and they say the Rohingya started the violence.
We got into a fight with the Muslims when we were on our way to go fishing. They came out of their houses and attacked us with swords.
While Buddhists remain free to move about the state, the Rohingya are becoming increasingly restricted. Those who are in camps are likely to be there for a long time. Wayne Hay, Al Jazeera, Sittwe, Myanmar.